Reeby Juvenile Detention Centre or Justice Centre is, unfortunately, it's a juvenile jail, and we have all the boys that are in custody from the whole state of New South Wales between the ages of 10 to 16. Of the 75 boys, I have spiritual authority over their life, and I'm also here for the staff, of which we've got over 200, and they would consider this chapel as generally their place of worship, a place where we can grieve together, celebrate occasions together, and work together alongside each other, giving support to strengthen the staff, but also obviously mainly here for the boys. Just like any other church, we have services here on a Sunday. We have to do them 4 times because a lot of our boys can't mix. So by the 4th time we get it down pat. And we have Bible studies here on a Wednesday afternoon. All these things are optional, but we have really a 95% attendance rate. Initially it was a lot of hard work, and it was a very scary environment to come, and it really did feel like a jail. It was very oppressive. I would see the New Testament reenacted, where strong men couldn't hold a young fellow down, frothing at the mouth, all those terrible things. When I started giving out Bibles, boys would love to receive a Bible, finding out they can't read or write. What was the point of giving them a Bible? So we started a homework centre 8 years ago. It is staffed by Christians. I have at least 100 volunteers that roll through this centre to help these boys with their numeracy and literacy, and also other things, sports. We run grief and loss courses. We go out to Burke. So to see these boys now literally being able to read the Bibles I give them is a miracle. Working with that same group of boys constantly and seeing the change in their life is just an honour. I just sit on the sideline and just watch God literally heal the brokenhearted and set the captives free. Years ago, I was invited to go to Burke by one of our older boys. He was quite a scary boy. Actually, all the boys really are quite scary, but it's a facade really. They suffer a lot of fear and anxiety themselves. Burke has a population of 2,000. 60 police patrol that town. It's literally on our front doorstep, a third world country. These boys said, Lee, we live our life, we can get it going, we can go to church at Reeby, but what do we do? How do we translate that in our lives at home? It's really hard to answer what we do in Burke. I don't know what we do in Burke. I'm there 10 times a year and have all sorts of different teams go with me when we go. We work in the preschool. The preschool are very excited to see us. They ask our clinicians to have a look at this 3-year-old boy who had no speech, no language, which is not an uncommon thing for some Indigenous folk and non-Indigenous folk when they've suffered serious trauma. Christine and Di, our OT and physio, took him off, and we came back the next day and the teacher said, it's a miracle. What have you done to that child? He could speak for the first time and play with kids and communicate, and a healing. Di, Christine and I just thanked God in the car when we drove home from that preschool. That boy had found healing that day, and that staff knew that that was a miracle, and only God can do that. The Apostolic Church gives us freedom to have this organic ministry. It's called, our outreach is Eternity Aid, and eternity means a continuum of new beginnings. And the Apostolic Church allows us to seek God about how to work, how to minister, how to function within these barbed wire walls, and how to function in a third world town. I just love seeing unity come, and within that, God says He commands a blessing, and what an honour to see the blessings.